Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I welcome you to English grade 6 video lessons. I'm your instructor Zia Hamid. I hope that you're doing well and all ready and set to learn about today's students learning outcome. Now this is from unit number 4. As you know, we are dealing with unit number 4 in all these video lessons. So the title is He's a Carpenter. Now this is our lecture number 5 and we are dealing with the competency of oral communication, and we will be talking about understanding meaning through contextual clues. So since it is about oral communication, we would have the ability to actually understand the unfamiliar words of the speaker when we are having a communication. So this is a gist from our student learning outcome. Now let's read and understand our student learning outcome, or SLO, to see how we can achieve it by the end of our lesson. So our student learning outcome is deduce meaning from context in both short and extended talk on a range of general and curricular topics. So let's see. First, the word is to deduce, to deduct the meaning, to try to fetch the meaning from context. We will be using the concept of context and contextual clues, whether it's a short conversation or a talk or an extended talk, and it could be on any topic ranging from general to any curricular or academic topics. So when we are in this kind of setting, and if we come across words that are not familiar to us, how do we understand what the speaker is trying to say? By using the whole context, the whole surrounding of the speech or the communication. This is our students learning outcome. Now let's see how we can achieve it, but first here is a vertical linkage of this SLO with the previous grade that you have already studied. Now for your brainstorming session, we have a very interesting question or a prompt for brainstorming. How can we understand unfamiliar words in an oral communication without a dictionary? My dear learners, you know, if you are having trouble with any word, any difficult word, you look up at the dictionary. But if we are in a face-to-face oral communication setting, we can't take dictionaries with us. So there must be another way of identifying and deducing meaning of any unfamiliar word, right? So what is your understanding about this whole idea of understanding words that are not known so that we can understand it better? Have you ever come across this kind of situation? Pause the video, think about it, and then come back later. Now, our topic is about contextual clues. And these contextual clues are basically a key to understand unfamiliar words without any dictionary or any helping material. Now, let's look at all these contextual clues, but first I'd like to tell you about context. Now, let's talk about context. Context is the information surrounding words or phrases that help us understand their meaning. So, the context is the whole information surrounding, and these are our surrounding words or phrases. And what do they do? The context helps us build a very good understanding about what is being talked about. And if unfamiliar words come, we can get to them, we can get to their meaning by using the context and the context clues. So the surrounded information, the words or phrases, they are our context. Let's look at this example. The bark was loud. Now, I don't know the speaker is saying whether It's a bark of a tree or of an animal. Now it could mean a dog's bark or the sound of tree bark, depending on the context. Now, how do we decode this word bark? We know that tree barks they don't bark like animals do. So this must be something about the animal, let's say a dog. So the word bark here will tell us that it is telling us something about the sound that the animal is making. So the whole context of the sentence is very much clearing our meaning of the word, which is bark. So in this way, by looking at the context, you can clearly reach to the right meaning. Now, let's understand that why is the context important in oral communication. Let's see how it is important. It helps us understand unfamiliar words. It provides clues about the speaker's intent, what the speaker is trying to say, what is the intention of the speaker in their speech. It improves comprehension of spoken and written language. So these are the three very much important points. Number one is to understand unfamiliar words, of course, and then to provide clues about the speaker's intent. And number three is comprehending and making our comprehension stronger, whether it's in our reading or listening or speaking. So this is why context is very important in oral communication. Let's look at all the context clues that we have, and they are also called hints or pieces of information provided within a sentence or paragraph that help readers or listeners both understand the meaning of unfamiliar words or phrases. These clues or hints, as we like to call them, are essential for deducing the meaning without having to look up the word in a dictionary. So, our context clues are either hints or pieces of information, and it helps us, whether we are readers or listeners, to understand the meaning of the unfamiliar words or phrases. Now, these clues are very much important when we are trying to deduce meaning of any unfamiliar word and without using a dictionary. Now, number one is our synonym clues. We know about synonyms. They are different words, but they are having the same meaning. A synonym, a word with a similar meaning, is used in the sentence. So, if this is used in a sentence, this will give an idea about the meaning. Let's say, the child was ecstatic or very happy when he received the gift. Now, if you have not ever heard the word ecstatic in your life, now, can you guess the meaning of the word? Yes. The synonym of ecstatic is happy, which is already used in the sentence. Now, this clears the meaning of the word ecstatic, and we reach to the meaning using a synonym. Let's talk about the clues which we call antonym clues. So, an antonym, a word with the opposite meaning, is often used with words like but, however, or unlike. So these are the words by using which the antonyms are introduced in the sentence. For example, unlike his gregarious sister who loves socializing, John is quite introverted. Now, let's see the difficult word. The unfamiliar word we are facing is gregarious. Now, what does gregarious mean? Who loves socializing. Gregarious means that John's sister is somebody who is very social. So, gregarious mean to be gregarious it means that to be very social, to meet people and to have energy and be an extrovert, to meet other people and socialize in a very good way. But John here is introverted, unlike his sister, who is very much gregarious. So the meaning, the antonym, is actually clearing the sentence. Deduction of meaning through the context cues. Now, through proper identification, understanding, and usage of context cues in oral communication. Now, context cues, when we talk about in oral communication, they are giving us hints of the unfamiliar words. This is your classroom activity from page 33. You have to read this given passage and use the context cues to deduce the meaning of any unfamiliar words or phrases. Once the students have finished reading the passages, all come up together and go through each word, share definitions, and tell how you deduce them from using the contextual cues or clues. Here is the simulation link that will be played for your better understanding. And next one is our homework. You have to choose a random conversation and try to understand unfamiliar words from that conversation with the help of a contextual clues, one or many. Now we are here at the end. All these resources are available in the description of the video. They will help you understand and clear your understanding. All you need is practice more and practice your oral communication skills. My dear learners, thank you for listening. I hope that you have completely understood our students' learning outcome, which was about oral communication and deducing meaning using context clues in oral communication. Till the next video lesson, Allah Hafiz.